Hey everyone, welcome back to Alf's Mustang Garage. We are back on the 289 engine rebuild today. I've done a whole build series on this. You can catch that playlist if you want to kind of watch it and maybe catch up. I'll put a card slide across the top here or here somewhere. But today's video is going to be super quick. We are going to manually prime the oil pump, make sure every single rocker arm is getting oil to it, and verify our oil pressure, and I'll show you how to do that. So if you watched my oil pump install video, you'll remember there's a drive shaft for the oil pump, which is driven by the distributor. That oil pump drive shaft takes a 1/4 inch size socket, and if you have one that is on a 1/4 inch drive, it's just small enough to go right down over the oil pump shaft, and now you can turn your distributor drive shaft, or I'm sorry, oil pump drive shaft with a drill. Okay, and what that's going to do is just run the oil pump. Obviously we're going to put some oil in this, which we already did. We're rolling with the Lucas engine break-in oil 30 weight, high zinc for your flat tappet cam, and we're just going to run the drill backwards as a roll counterclockwise on the 289 V8, and we're just going to watch through these holes. We're going to get oil to come up through every one, and right now I'm going pretty slow, not even close to engine speed, and I'm already getting oil flowing through most of these. You can always go faster. And at the same time, I have my oil pressure gauge hooked up so we can see what oil pressure we're at. 50 psi is spot on, perfect, exactly where I want to be. Plenty of oil flow through here. You'll see the oil kind of pool up inside the rocker arm. So I'm verifying all oil is flowing. Everything's dripping really good through here so far. Looks like this guy here is the only one so far. Okay, so I've run this engine for like quite a while. Every single rocker arm is getting oil except for the intake here on cylinder 3. So what I did was I even rotated the engine over so that cylinder 3 is on, you know, top dead center compression stroke, and I'm still not getting any oil. Like I can see the assembly lube kind of in the hole, and it kind of like bulges out, almost like something's kind of plugged. So what I'm going to do, now that I have cylinder 3, you know, set up on the top dead center, I'm going to undo the nut and take this off and see if there's just kind of something plugged in here somehow. Okay, so I find this like very interesting that this actually happened while filming this video. So like there's a reason why I verify every single rocker arm is getting adequate oil flow through the push rods. Okay, and even though these are brand new, like reputable name brand rocker arms, you know, they need to have they still need to have oil flow. Well, this is one that's flowing nice. Okay, I can take this small pick and it goes like all the way through. If you can see that on camera, that's the oil passage hole. Your push rod sits right here in this cup, and it's just a clean little pass through so the oil can flow through. Okay, now this one is the one that's not flowing, and I can't stick my pick through there. Like it's almost like when this one was cast, it's just something was left behind and it just didn't make it. So I find that very interesting, but this is like the whole reason why I do this. It's very important to make sure, because that thing, I mean, this engine would have started and ran, and this thing would have been this rocker and valve spring here would have been getting lack of oil and lubrication, and eventually probably would have started ticking. So I wonder if I just kind of press on here like hard enough, if I can get this to kind of break through. Gosh, maybe not, I don't know. Let me see what I can do. Okay, so yeah, this isn't like a casting thing with this. Like, I think what they probably do is, like, after they, you know, cast these or however they make them, I think this oil pass is either drilled out or punched out or something to that effect, because it's just not, there's just no hole there, or whatever, like they attempted to make, like it didn't make it all the way through. So like I actually tried to put a drill bit in there and drill it out, and like this is like really hardened steel, and like there's no way I'm going to drill through this. So you know, a quick phone call to Comp Cams, and they have like really good customer service. They just sent me out like a replacement, like no problem. So here's our replacement, and verify that I'm poking all the way through, and now we're back in business. So we got to get this back on, readjust the valve here. If you missed the valve adjustment video, I can, you know, put that in the description, or put a little card that I'll slide across. And so anyways, I'll get that readjusted here for cylinder 3, and then go back to making sure I got oil coming out. Okay, new rocker arm is in and adjusted. Let's get the drill back on here and see what happens. There's the oil. So I'm like really happy that that like happened on film, because that's like perfectly demonstrates like why I prime the oil system and verify that there's oil coming out of every single rocker. Like, it's incredible. But like, even though it's a brand new rocker arm from a reputable company, like it doesn't mean that like every single one that comes out of the box is going to be perfect. But yeah, if you run into that scenario, call these people up. I mean, most people that make car parts are like very cool and have great customer service, and they just rush you out like a replacement, no problems. So anyways, now that we have oil verified up to the top of every single rocker arm, we verified that we have good oil pressure, 50 psi, you know, not too much and not too little. So as always, I appreciate you being here, appreciate you watching. If you found the video helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't had a chance yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It does help us to make more videos, which helps you guys out. We'll catch you next time.